Hello guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 7 of Baraou no Souretsu, Requiem of the Rose King. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me and join me in this adventure. Okay, in the previous episode we saw that Richard wants to go against Warwick. Are you ready to join me with this? Check it out. No, now Richard is coming. Oh! That's Richard. Whoa! No, I don't think. Ah, okay. In fact, yeah, I couldn't expect Elizabeth to die like that. So Warwick is disgusting, okay? No, you will not make it. Of course, he only wants his personal interests. Oh yeah, he could do so too if it's convenient for him. Who's that? Oh, good job, Richard. We have to be ready to go against. Oh, at that time, yes, definitely. Not erano a couple, ma... Wow, I like Gatsby anyway, yeah? It's always a man. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, if they can just meet once again. Oh, where did he go now? We can ask the help of Anne, for example, because Anne is his daughter. Oh, because now Edward realized that was... Yes! Uh, but you can work for us. But are we sure that Warwick is not going to understand who he is? He's pretty happy about this. He couldn't wait for this moment, actually. Believe it. Yes, but no. No, Anne is understanding that her father is bad. Oh! No, he can't. She can't. Oh, Edward! It's not the time to ask like that. No, don't say like that, Richard. In the future, you will have, I guess. You should trust her because she didn't make love with Henry. Their love was something else. Oh my, Edward lost his mind. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Richard is not like that. Believe me. I don't think you can conquer her heart with the. She doesn't care about money. Yeah. Richard, you can't deny your existence or your being. No! But no! Uh, Edward, it would be pretty hard for you to conquer her. Because she likes the strawberries. Oh! They will forget, look. Yeah, what I want is you. Oh. Actually, yes. Yes. But his will of a crown is more important, I guess. Let's see. But let's hope she can talk to him. You just open your eyes and you see who she's. Uh, no! Oh! What the F? So they can kill them in the case. Warwick, what do you do now? Ah! Good job! I hope that he's coming, but actually, he disappeared since that morning. Don't tell me that Gatsby is going to betray her because... Ah, okay, okay, good job, Gatsby. Great. I told you his pride is higher than anything. A rose. Let's see if you can meet her again. No, 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 no. Believe it. I don't think so. Here we go. It was too good to be true. So if... who's there? Oh! Ah, because actually he wanted to stay next to Richard. The power. Be careful, Richard, because I don't know if that's the greatest. To the sea, in fact. Whoa! What was that? Oh, ah. Oh! And of course, because he was betrayed. Yeah! Warwick, prepare yourself. See, when you're too confident. Oh, come on, George, but can you understand that you also betrayed your brother because of power? This is disgusting. This will to become a king is more important. Oh! Oh! Oh, let's see if he's going to betray Richard or not now. Uh-oh. What the F? No, of course he will never kill his brother. He's just talking a lot but not doing anything. See, George? Here we go again. Ah. What? No! I thought that he was talking about Isabel. Think about it. What the F? No! See, Isabel, but oh no! Oh no 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 no! No, and I hope you refuse to do so, right? No! She doesn't care about that. No, 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 no. Exactly. No, no, no. If Richard would only see this, I mean, of course, this is just a combined marriage. I hope they will be stopped, okay? No, 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 no. What? No, guys, this episode was crazy. At the beginning, I thought, okay, now we have to see what Richard is about to do. But the more we were going ahead with the episode, the more this turned into a mess. No F way. Okay, let me go step by step. First of all, I really liked that even in this episode you see these strategy, you see these things that you don't understand until the end of the episode. It was pretty nice. But Richard is still thinking about Harry in this episode while she's hugged by Gatsby throughout the night. And of course, in her opinion, this is a pure sin. Also, because she keeps denying her being. I mean, she can't still accept the fact that she's a woman because in her heart and in her soul, she still believes that she's a man and she has to go ahead with that. But look, the more she's thinking about Harry as a scene, the more is something undeniable. I mean, she was really attracted by him, and we can't say the contrary. And once again, I want to tell you this. I think that what Richard is feeling right now for Harry is different from what Richard is feeling for Anne, because let's say that for Harry, she is sexually attracted, but regarding Anne, she is mentally attracted, and these are two different things, of course. I think that with Harry, it was the first time that she could discover these impulses as a woman, and that's why she feels it as a sin, because she has never felt that before. And another interesting thing that Edward, that means the Lancastrian Edward, was saying is that he understands by asking her if she's a virgin or not, that she didn't have anything to do with his father, that means Harry, and this makes you understand that that night nothing happened between Richard and Harry, definitely. That doesn't mean anything, because for Richard it was so important, that meeting with Harry at that time, that she could release her being as a woman. And the way they wanted to remark this, it's so great, because once again we are digging little by little inside Richard's mind, and we understand that she keeps denying herself until there will be a moment, in my opinion, in which she will never be able to deny it anymore. So can't wait for that moment, because this moment in which she will recognize herself as a woman will definitely come, in my opinion. Let's see, stay tuned and keep on watching. Wow, then Warwick, huh? Did you see? At the end of the day, when you're too confident about something, then everything is going to collapse and your will is going to be destroyed somehow. Warwick was so sure that he could manage, he could control everything. But I really liked the fact that Richard could surprise everybody by releasing Edward. This was something crazy, let me tell you. At the same time, yeah, that scene in which you see that she's kissing her brother. Oh, incest was something really popular many centuries ago, and it was not a crime as much as it is now. We should see these based on the context we are in. We don't have to forget that these are 600 or 700 years before, so of course these moments can't be judged as for what we are thinking now. But at that time, yeah, incest was something that was not a big deal. It was not something shocking. And yeah, it was not a crime. It was something legal to do. So when you're seeing all these scenes, you know that Richard doesn't want to kiss him, and she's not attracted by him, of course. But she has to do so in order to protect him and in order to release him. But at the same time, yeah, these mischievous scenes, these moments in which you can't avoid from showing these things. So that was really great somehow, because if they were putting censorship, I think that the result was not the same. What's happening later? I mean, first of all, once again, Harry is taking the control of the throne. And I was so surprised about this. I don't know why Harry is doing something like this. I don't know if he's doing this because he has to protect somehow Richard from everything. Because if then Richard wants to protect the throne of York, that means that of course she has to become the queen, but she can't, because absolutely there's not a place for a queen in this moment, but only for kings. And also because her brother has to stay the king so far, and he doesn't want to get rid of this power. As you see in this story, power is the most important thing once again. The crown matters more than anything else. The power of the crown is something that goes beyond even relationships. You saw this even with Warwick, for example. He is the kingmaker, and in order not to miss the point of what the previous king was doing, that means Richard's dad, he is ready to do everything, no matter if it's something good or something bad. He is ready even to sell his daughters to other people in order to fulfill his goal and in order to put everything in order as before. This is simply disgusting. Look, I was not even imagining something like this. I mean, right now, the Lancastrian Edward is going to marry Anne? What the F? I think that if Richard is discovering this, he's going to turn into a beast, because don't touch Anne. I mean, for Richard, Anne is something crazy. Is the most important person to her. What's going to be his or her reaction at this point? I don't know. I thought at this point that at the end of the episode, Richard was appearing, stopping everything, or something related to Richard was doing something in order to let her understand what was going to happen, but it didn't happen, okay. But what the F? Now Harry is going back to the throne, and I still have to understand why he's doing something like this. I mean, is he doing, as I was telling you before, because he really wants to protect Richard, and he prefers to become the king because he knows that by becoming a king, he can solve these fight between Lancastrians and Yorkers, maybe. I mean, he accepted the position of the king because by doing this, he can find a compromise between the two houses, by knowing that maybe it's a thanks to this role that he can meet Richard once again, maybe. Or it's a thanks to this role that he has that there's a way to end this endless war, maybe. Or he's too innocent as always, because you know that Harry is not the proper candidate to become a king, because first of all, he didn't even want to do so. Second of all, because he wants to detach himself from wars, but maybe this is the advantage he thinks that he has by becoming the king. If he is the king, he can also say, I will stop the wars. There's no more the reason to start a battle if I am the king and I decided that everything has to stop. Do you understand? But at the same time, I don't think that the Yorkers will be so happy to see something like this. And in fact, Edward, the Yorker one, will be able to defeat everybody, no matter if it's Harry or not, because what he seeks the most is a power too. See, even when he was saying, I don't need women anymore, I need something else that is more important than anything, and he wants to avenge everything that happened against Warwick and his ideals. So I think that he wants to find this personal revenge on him, but at the same time, Warwick proclaimed Harry as a king. Now the mess is coming because Richard is in the middle of all these. On one side, she has his brother. She protected him. She released him. But now this same king that is a Yorker is going to defeat the king that was proclaimed in that sort of Lancastrian proclamation, that is Harry, the same man who was falling in love with Richard. And thanks to that same man, Richard could feel these womanly instincts for the first time. Do you understand all these things that are going around these two houses? This is terrible. And then we have even the other Edward, the Lancastrian one, who really loves Richard, but Richard doesn't even care about him. And this Edward is the son of Harry. And by promising her, one day I will meet you again and I will be the king. Look, Richard is loved by the father, that means Harry, by the son, that means Edward. I don't know if she's loved by Gatsby at this point, because she's really loved by many people. This is a mess, because even this Edward from the Lancastrians, he did the impossible to make her happy, but he made a great mistake. Because when he was saying, look, I have all the money you want, how can I make you happy? No. Richard is not trying to find money, because actually she is a prince. No, she's not a princess, she's a duke. Yeah. Edward is making a mistake because she doesn't need that. Happiness for her is something else, and the only way she could find happiness was inside of the forest with Harry, or inside of the forest together with Anne, while they were going together to rest and to find a peaceful environment. So hey, Edward, you're making a great mistake. Then let's not talk about George, because this is so disappointing. Even George is a slave of this crown. Even George is a slave of these promises that Warwick was making to him, and he didn't even realize that he was just used for Warwick's purposes. So it's just a tool, and this is pretty sad. And he was promised to Isabel, and Isabel was so corrupted to listen. Oh, there are so many things to talk about regarding this episode. But anyway, George, that was believing that he was marrying Isabel in order to become the king and the queen. And at this point, I don't know, was he marrying Isabel because he was really in love with her? If yes, then you don't understand why later George wants to marry her, or he wants to stay next to her just because of the crown, just because of power. If no, Isabel too was tricked because of all this. Even if you know that Isabel really wants the crown only. I mean, she just wants this huge power, and she just wants to become the queen. So as you can see, the main subject of all this story is the corruption of the crown. And once again, I say this reminds me Vinland Saga, because in the last episodes, when even the king at that time was talking about how the importance of the crown was so immense that anything else was changing surrounding the king. I mean, the king was surrounded by this energy that the crown was making. And by having this immense energy, everything was changing. The king's perspective too were changing, and this myth of the crown was deteriorating him. It was consuming him. And here you see the same thing. The crown is moving from one side to the other one, from one side to the other one, back and forth, back and forth. And no matter who's going to receive this crown, there is a pure condemnation. There is a curse on this. And that's why I hope that Richard is not going to become the king or the queen at this point, because it's better if she's detaching herself from this. Otherwise, this crown is going to go on top of her head, and it's going to control her. It's going to change her forever. And I don't want that for real. I think that Richard just needs to find her confidence in the world, and she needs to find herself for real by accepting this. Because she can't deny the fact that she's a woman. No matter the impositions she received in the past, she's a woman. There will be a moment in which she can't run away from this. I'm definitely sure. Oh, in the last scene, when Anne is confronting her sister, she's trying to calm her down, and Isabel doesn't even care about her sister's pain because she's not even understanding her. I mean, she's saying, don't you feel lucky now that you're going to become a queen? Not at all. Because she's forced to do something she really didn't want to do, as much as Edward, the Lancastrian Edward, was saying the same. My place, my heart is not here right now. Yeah, because those were just combined marriages for the sake of others, for the purposes of others. I really feel Anne, and I don't understand Isabel. I mean, I understand her, but how can this F crown delete all the relationships, all the heart that there is inside of a person? This is pretty disgusting. And the fact that Isabel is taking care of the crown only, without understanding her sister's pain, without getting in touch with her and understanding what's going on. This is so sad. Then, of course, Anne, I know why she's feeling like this. She's pretty miserable because she really loves somebody else. She's forced to marry somebody else, and all this is projected by her father. That is even the worst thing. Her father is ready to do everything to reach the position he wants to reach, and to reach this wealthy status. Oh, that's why I can't wait to Richard's reaction on all this. Because maybe at this point Richard can turn really angry, because all that she's going to see, it's a confirmation of her thoughts in the previous episodes, when she thought that Anne was not loving her, but she was just pretending to get in touch with her by betraying her later in the future. So this can be a confirmation. Or if somebody is going to tell her the real version of the story, she's going to turn into a beast. Because she will understand finally that Anne was just protecting her, and she didn't want to harm her anyway. She was loving her for real. Oh, this is something that I really didn't want to see Harry in that position, because I know that he doesn't want to do so. That's why I'm asking myself. Even from his facial expression, you see that he doesn't want to do so. He's just like a puppet. But at this point, yeah, I believe that he is doing this because he wants to find a solution between these two houses to restore the peace that this country is needed right now. Okay guys, look, at this episode was incredible. As you can see, there are so many things to say, but I hope that I made a full commentary about this. Okay guys, I think for this episode that is it. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned, because next week I come back with episode 8 of Baraou no Souretsu, or Requiem of the Rose King. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Bye guys, see you in the next video.